Sisters and friends for the World Day of Prayer International Committee, it is an honor and a pleasure to bring greetings to you from the World Council of Churches in Geneva, Switzerland. As you may recall, the World Council of Churches is a fellowship of 352 denominations networking for justice and peace across the world. Our membership includes Protestants, Orthodox, traditional, mainline, instituted indigenous churches, as well as other groups that may not normally fit in the regular flow of church membership. We also share partnership with ecumenical organizations such as yours, as well as with the Roman Catholic community. It means, therefore, that as you gather to pray, our heart, our thoughts, and our prayers are with you, that your meeting will be productive, that your work will continue to be sustained, and that the fellowship and the relationships that you seek to build will remain key in this new season of your work. As partners in the business of addressing issues related to gender justice and overcoming inequalities, I am confident that the new Executive Director, Katie Reimer, will do just as well of maintaining these relationships with the World Council of Churches as did Rosangela Oliveira, who is currently demitting office. I pray that you will, as an executive and as an organization, continue to fan the flames of the Thursdays in Black campaign to overcome sexual and gender-based violence across the globe. I pray that you will remember that gender-based violence is not just restricted to the physical, but it affects the emotional, the mental, the economic, and all other spheres of life where there are women, where there are the vulnerable, where there are the marginalized who face harassment, abuse, and/or exploitation. For we are saying enough is enough. It is time for an end. So, as you commit to continuing in prayer and support of programs to overcome violence and in solidarity with women, I pray that as you do that, you will indeed seek to be represented in the Thursdays in Black campaign. Pause, pray, pledge, and post. And as you post, as you pledge, as you pray, and as you pause, may it be that you will seek to advocate for transformations of the inequalities, the hurts, the abuses that have continued without abating over the years, particularly during the COVID era. So I invite you to consider the women, the vulnerable, the marginalized, who have been rendered even more impoverished since the onslaught of COVID-19. As we consider the wars that are raging all around the world, I pray that you would partner with us to speak out about the sexual abuses that have become normalized in the acts of war. I pray, sisters, that as we pray for peace and transformation and justice in our spaces, that we are able to hold hand in hand and overcome the acts of violence that occur when women are obliged to find food and forage by any means necessary. And I certainly pray that we are able, by God's grace and with the help of each other, to challenge the political, the social, and ecclesiastic spaces for the change that the world needs to see, and that it would begin with us. It is my prayer that you will not only continue to maintain relationship with the World Council of Churches, just community of women and men whom I represent, but that the partnership will include forging new ways forward through our ecumenical HIV and AIDS initiatives and advocacy. That you would be open to working with us in our Food for Life campaign and perhaps in our oikotry programs. That perhaps even as you work with us, that as you indicated with your quest for ecological justice, that you might be willing and able and open to partner with us as we work together to ensure that there is clean water and hygienic, safe sanitation for all. So as you meet, it is my prayer that your meeting will result in a transformation of the world as we know it. You have our continued commitment for collaboration, for partnership, and accompaniment as we work together to overcome injustice and to achieve gender justice and gender equality in our churches, in our world, and in each of our lives. May God's blessings be yours. Have a marvelous meeting. I am Reverend Nikki Ashwood for the Just Community of Women and Men at the World Council of Churches. Thank you.